Sa nagdaang season, 6th place sa West ang Golden State Warriors sa record na 44-38. Hinarap nila ang Sacramento Kings sa round 1 sa isang dikdikang serye at tumusad sa conference semis kung saan sila nasilat ng Lakers. Jordan Poole had a great regular season, averaging 20 points per game. Pero pagdating na playoffs, he finished with a very disappointing performance na 10 points per game. Isa sa pinakapumutok na balita ang trade na nagdala kay Poole sa Wizards. Kapalit naman si Chris Paul. Maliban kay Poole, wala na rin sa lineup ng Warriors next season sina Donte DiVincenzo, Ty Jerome at Andre Iguodala. They also drafted 2 players from the draft night, isang 19th pick at 57th pick. Via free agency naman, they signed Corey Joseph at Dario Saric. Pero hindi lang sa mga players ang movement ng Warriors, kundi pati sa front office din. They promoted Mike Dunleavy Jr. as the team's general manager after Bob Myers announced that he will step down from his role. Ang totoo niyan, lahat ng movement ng Golden State this offseason architected by Dunleavy Jr. May iba mang nawala, the championship core is still intact. Andun pa rin yung identity ng kinasanayan nating Golden State team. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, Kevon Looney, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody at Gary Payton II. Trading for CP3 would probably be the best offseason move ng Warriors. Poole has a bright future ahead in this league, pero kailangan niyang makibagay sa mga nauna sa koponang ito. Undeniably, team pa rin ito ni Steph, Klay and Draymond. At 37 years old, nakapalibot naman kay Chris Paul ang isang grupo na halos lahat may championship ring na. He may have lost his speed and eagerness to score, pero hindi may tatanggi na isa pa rin si Chris Paul sa mga may high basketball IQ sa liga. He probably won't ask to score 15 to 20 points a game. Malamang ang role niya would be more on ball distribution and making plays para sa mga young guns as well as finding open shots for their shooters. Chris has the resume to adapt quickly kahit anong sistema pa yan. Hindi pa nagme-maintain si Chris sa playoffs since 2011. If he can stay healthy up to the very end, expect this Warriors team to contend for another title. Ito na kaya ang panahon ni Chris Paul. For 2 consecutive seasons, nagtapos ang Memphis sa 50+ wins sa regular season. Dalawang magkasunod din na taon na silang pumangalawa sa West team standing papasok sa playoffs. Ang kaibahan nga lang, 2022, umabot silang semis, pero last 2023 playoffs, napataob sila sa unang round pa lang. They were defeated by the LA Lakers in 6 games. Ja got injured and Dillon Brooks poked the bear. As a result, Dillon ended up with a sign and trade deal to the Rockets. Although kasama si Brooks sa second all-defense team, Memphis wanted him out sa roster dahil na rin sa mga antics nito na nakaapekto sa performance nila sa postseason. They also traded Tyus Jones on a 3-team deal na ang kapalit si Marcus Smart. Kinuha din nila si Derrick Rose via free agency. May iba pang galawang Grizzlies this offseason, pero itong mga nabanggit ang may malaking impact sa team sa paparating na bagong season. Nasa poder ngayon ng Memphis ang huling 2 Defensive Player of the Year ng liga, si Marcus Smart and Jaren Jackson Jr. With this move, tiyak na mas titindi ang depensa ng Grizzlies, both in backcourt and frontcourt. Trading for Smart is probably the best off-season move ng koponan, pero worth mentioning din ang pagkuha nila kay D-Rose. With all the issues, controversy, and suspension surrounding Ja Morant, naglagay sila ng isang veterano na maaaring mag-guide kay Morant. Ja will be suspended 25 games to start the 2023-2024 season. Habang wala si Morant, we might see Derrick Rose playing at the point. Ngayong wala na si Brooks at napalitan ng mas veteranong defensive player, ready na ba ang Memphis to contend for a title? Didepensahan ng Denver Nuggets ang kanilang titulo next season at tulad ng dati, pangungunahan pa rin sila ni Nikola Jokic at Jamal Murray habang andyan pa rin ang mga key players nila from last championship title run na sina Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., KCP, Christian Braun at DeAndre Jordan. Kawalan naman para sa team ang paglipat ni Bruce Brown sa Indiana Pacers at Jeff Green sa Houston Rockets. Hindi matatawaran ang contribution ng dalawang to sa second unit ng Nuggets last season. Especially Bruce na talagang nasandalan ni Coach Malone, di lamang sa depensa kundi pati na rin sa opensa. Magbubukas naman ito ng malaking opportunity for Christian Braun. In addition to that, Denver also signed 6'6" Justin Holiday, pandagdag suporta din sa second unit. Wala masyadong bold move or drastic change ngayong off-season sa lineup ng defending champs. Pero kung meron mang isa tayong pipiliin na best off-season move nila, probably yung pag-offer nila muli kay Reggie Jackson ng bagong kontrata. Parte si Reggie sa trade deal na nagdala kay Bones Highland sa Clippers. Although sa Hornets talaga bumagsak si Jackson last season, nagkasundo naman ang dalawang panig sa buyout agreement. Kaya sa huli, sa Denver napunta si Reggie at sinuwerte pa na maging kampiyon kahit bangko ng playoffs. Sa pagpasok ng bagong season, mas magiging significant ang role ni Jackson. Magsisilbi siyang backup kay Jamal and most likely will provide veteran leadership na rin sa second unit. Hawak ng Charlotte Hornets ngayon ang longest active playoff drought sa NBA. 2016 pa nang huling pumasok sa postseason ng Hornets. Eliminated pa sila sa first round. Coming to next season, magbabakasakali ang Hornets na tapusin ang 7-year playoff drought nila. Ang tanging question, may laban ba ang lineup nila to at least make it to the play-in? Via free agency, kinuha nila si Frank Ntilikina habang 4 na players naman ang nakuha nila via draft. Hornets drafted Brandon Miller na second overall pick ng gabing yon. Miller is a 6'9" small forward na may college career average na 18.8 points at 8.2 rebounds sa Alabama. During the summer league, he had an up and down inconsistent type of performance na nagresulta ng maraming criticisms. Pero on his last game, he proved that he can deliver offensively with his 26-point performance against the Trailblazers. Since wala namang ibang trade deals and big-time free agent signings ang Charlotte, we will consider drafting Brandon Miller was the best off-season move ng koponan. And hopefully, hindi mauwi si Miller as a bust dahil kinonsidera din ng team na to kung dapat bang si Scoot Henderson ang piliin sa draft night. Regardless of the outcome, panahon na lang ang makakapagsabi dito. Meanwhile, lalaro na muli si Miles Bridges after his off-court issues regarding domestic violence. Coming off a career season si Bridges in 2021-2022 but he missed the entirety of last season. Sa iba pang galaw, Hornets resigns PJ Washington for another 3 years habang pumirma naman ng 5-year contract extension si LaMelo Ball, locking him up as a team's franchise player. Even after missing 46 games last season due to injury, invested pa rin ang team kay LaMelo dahil bata pa naman ito at marami talagang kayang ibuga. With Hayward, Rozier, and the rest of the guys mentioned kanina, mawakasan na kaya ng Hornets ang playoff drought nila next season. Toronto Raptors finished number 9 sa East last season. Pumasok sila sa play-in pero hindi na sa playoffs. After that, the team fired Nick Nurse. Nagpakilala ang Raptors ng new head coach sa katauhan ni Darko Rajakovic. Prior to his hiring as Raptors new head coach, dati ng assistant si Darko sa Oklahoma, Phoenix at Memphis. In fact, one of the reasons why the Raptors signed Dennis Schroeder via free agency dahil magkakilala na at pamilyar na ang Serbian coach sa laro ni Dennis. Nung nasa Thunder pa si Dennis, Darko was one of the assistant coaches ng team noon. With Fred VanVleet going to the Rockets, tatayong bagong starting point guard ng team si Dennis sa Toronto. Another key addition sa Raptors ay si Jalen McDaniels na nakuha nila via free agency din. Toronto also drafted Grady Dick, their one and only pick this year. Bukod dito, returning din sa lineup si Jakob Poeltl habang dinagdag din nila ang veteran na si Garrett Temple. Panigurado, this team will rely heavily on Pascal Siakam's offense. Last season, Pascal averaged 24 points per game with almost 8 rebounds. Promising din ang magiging performance ni Scottie Barnes next season. On his third year, he might be up for a breakout season. Nasa lineup pa rin sina Gary Trent Jr., OG Anunoby, Precious Achiuwa at Chris Boucher. Signing Dennis Schroeder is the best off-season move ng Toronto. Kaka-champion lang ng Germany sa nagdaang FIBA World Cup and Schroeder was named MVP on that tournament. Mataas ang kumpiyansa ng German point guard plus the fact na reunited siya to his former assistant coach sa OKC. Sa palagay mo, on track na ba ulit ang Toronto Raptors sa pagiging playoff contender?